We're not using common sense anymore. It's about pragmatism. Life is the Serengeti Plain. Wear a cup. There's no load-bearing walls in that house of cards up on the hill. We're at a point right now where this country has to decide which way it's going to go. I don't have any pride about the authorship. It's just common sense what I'm pitching. Hi, Dennis. Lindsay from Manassas, Virginia. So Obama and his wackos love to talk about how the rich need to pay their fair share and help those who are struggling. Well, I think it's 50 pay and 50 don't now. So I'm pitching the concept of a one-on-one sponsorship. You know, like I used to subsidize partially a Honduran refugee kid, and he was very sweet. He would send me Polaroids and a letter every 6 months about the water project, and I found it very touching. And I got to know the kid. So when I send him the check, you know, and I use that loosely, but I didn't have that much. I wasn't rich then, but it was one of those $45 a month things, and it makes you feel good. And I think it improved the kid's life, unless they're faking all those letters and that, which I don't think they are. So it was a good exchange, and but I grew attached to him. My problem now is I'm subsidizing assholes. I'm subsidizing Occupy movement people. I'm subsidizing people who hate me and I hate back. That doesn't seem fair. I want to meet the guy. I want to have an exchange. I want that Polaroid. And I want to be able to have, you know, I'll treat. I want to have a pastrami sandwich once every 6 months. I go, how's it happen? How's it going? And then just when he says, I still haven't found anything, just say, I've been doing a little research. Because this sandwich is costing me $17 a month in addition to what I'm giving you. And I found a few jobs. Can you call these, or I'm going to withhold the check till you call? You might not have to get the job, but you got to call on these. Come on now, get back in the game. Look them in the eye and say, what are you doing? You don't want to just not work forever. You know you lose your esteem like that. And I think the one-on-one sponsorship would work great. Plus, if he was a cool guy, and he was crippled or something, or just down and out, and, you know, damaged, I could, in my heart, I could not make him some other thing. I could make him what he is. And I could say, God, I'm blessed to be able to help this man. And I don't mean that sarcastically. But it's all too nameless now. And I have a feeling I'm writing checks for people who think I'm evil. And that's a bad precedent. You understand that. Even the person on the receiving end of that check has to understand, yeah, he's right. Now you have the luckiness, many of you who have decided not to work, of never fearing being wealthy, but it would bug you too. But be thankful, hit your knees every day, and thank God that you've been blessed with the ability to not give a fuck. Lindsay in Manassas. So as someone who was forced to pay exorbitant taxes, exorbitant, I think you mean, exuberant or happy taxes. We're here. Simply taxes. Exorbitant. I feel I should see where, oh, look at that. I feel I should see where my money is going. So here's my Dennis question. What do you think about taxpayers receiving a monthly picture? Well, I've said this on the air. You must have heard this, right? Honest to God, I don't look at these beforehand. I'm sorry, kid. I screwed the pooch on your thing, but I've done this in an HBO special too, so at least you know I wasn't stealing from you like they're stealing from us. Do I feed the children? Honest to God, I feel embarrassed now. But I try to insert my part as I read it. And Eric knows I don't look at these at all. True. All right, so you have the same thing. I feel that we all pay. I should see something other than the lady. Kiddo, get yourself an HBO special, because I've mined this already, and you can too. All right. Thank you. Good to see you all again. How long were we off this time?
We were off for 3 weeks.
I take these, by the way. Here's a little Heloise project. I wear them as ascots.
Go Freddy.
Bye-bye. Enjoy these samples of the Bathrobe Sessions, a weekly video available only to members of the DMZ, the Dennis Miller Zone, on DennisMillerRadio.com.